Yes, a few people may be underestimating John Higgins, but Mark Selby won't be one of them. He knows how good a player he is, and if John finds form, like that first frame showed, he's in for a real tough night.
Just a few late comers arriving, finding their way to the seats. It's not going to reach.
Foul. Gonna miss. Mark Selby full. Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just a little bit more pace. Just find the same line.
Have a look at that, Jack. Just bring it up, Paul. I thought it was just behind the bulk. It might be tight. I thought it was just behind the bulk line.
Yeah, I think he probably had to play with a little touch aside. That's where it was. So that's about spot on.
Yeah,
He's never far out, Jan
okay.
Verhaas, that's for sure. Same line, a little bit more pace. Well, maybe not so much pace as that, but he's okay.
Yes, they've had a couple of classic encounters, these two players, over the years. Back in 2009, John Higgins beat Mark Selby in a World Championship quarter-final match, and it was one of the best matches I've ever seen at the Crucible. Mark Selby, I said it afterwards and I stand by it, it's the best performance I've ever seen by anybody at the Crucible to get beaten. He was magnificent in that match, and John Higgins, from 12-10 behind, found an unbelievable performance to knock him out. So they've had some great matches, and of course one of the years John became champion again, he beat Mark in the final, so there's a bit of history there, even if it isn't recent.
It was never going to be easy to get back down the table, and he just caught the first red. Well, certainly not as he intended. He didn't want to hit it as thin as that.
Yeah, he missed the red completely in frame one, and that wasn't a great shot by Mark Selby. One thing you know against John Higgins, tactically you're going to have to be up to scratch, because he does put you in positions on the table that's lots of trouble. You've got to have the answers.
All covering each other into the left corner. Oh, that might be a useful flick. No, not quite. Just making sure there that he wasn't going to plant this red and send one over the right corner. I mean, if it does develop into a tactical match, it's going to be very, very interesting to see who's going to win that battle, because they're both so good in that department.
Yes, I think a lot of the matches Mark Selby's been playing in and winning, tactically he's been better than some of his opponents, but he'll be hard pushed to be better than this man in the tactical department. So that's why at the start of the programme I thought the scoring was important for Mark Selby. He won't be getting 2 or 3 chances of frame off John Higgins.
And straight away, have a look at that shot he's played there. He's blocked off the escape route down the right side of the table, and with the black in the position that it is, it makes it difficult to get down the left side. You can just see the edge of the bunch of reds. There's the gap you can see, just to flick it on the left. This might go up behind the green.
Wow, what a difference that's made. Well, if he doesn't finish behind that green there, Dennis, there's a red on the right hand side that's absolutely lovely.
He did hold his hand up and apologise. He was trying to get on the ball cushion.
I don't know about that apologising. It never did any good for me, Dennis.
Now, he's got to be so precise with this, as we show you where the white finishes. He's going twice across the table to land on the red. And that's just to the right of the 2 on the cushion here. But he has to be spot on. Have a look at that for an escape. What judgment, because if he slips past that, he leaves the other red along the cushion. That was judged to perfection. It's superb.
Yeah, no great surprise he's playing off this red. He needs to get this removed from towards the corner here. Thinks he's found a place down the table that's trouble. Yeah, that's not bad. Covered the side of the pack with the yellow. This is definitely an example of chess with balls this evening, Dennis, with these 2.
Well, they are probably the most difficult safety shots when the red is tight on the cushion. To hit it thin is so difficult. He hit it much thicker, and the chances there for Mark Selby. We don't know what sort of form he's in. He hasn't had a pot yet. This is his first attempt at a pot. One. Look at those 3 reds, the way they're surrounded the black spot area, so no use potting the black with those reds situated there. Pink, well, it's going to be okay.
Well, I know it's very early in this match, but I really do feel that Mark Selby's going to have to score off this chance.
7.
I mentioned earlier he won't get 2 or 3 a frame. He forced an error from John there with his excellent safety, but just to got to establish himself in the game here. Let John know he's
8.
scoring.
Yeah, the pink wasn't available into the left middle pocket, so he's got to take the black. But as I said, the black's going to be tied up with those 3 reds, so it's not straightforward just yet.
Yes, the red that's on the extreme right of the table is a bit of a problem, I think. I don't know whether the pink could pass that, because he could play on reds in the middle off this black if he wanted to. He's decided to play the cannon. Ooh, well, the top one definitely goes. And if the black potted after this, that would be perfect. No.
15.
Don't think it will.
Just wondering if he can flick the black here. Yeah, just a little
60.
flick.
Yeah, I think that red that's next to the black spot is still a problem, isn't it? It's not quite high enough to remove in a minute after this black. So things to think about. Not straightforward.
Mark Selby.
Wow.
16.
How many times we see it? Took his eye off the pot, was worried about the cue ball. He was bridging over the red slightly, but he was more concerned with the white than the black there, John.
One.
Wow. Nearly missed that. Hit the front jaw. Didn't think that was going in. And now it's John's turn for a scoring opportunity and the chance to apply more pressure. Already 1-0 up. Just seen his opponent make a mistake. Can I keep him in the chair?
Seven.
It's far from easy though with the black out of commission. Pink still awkward. It's available into the left middle pocket. Those two reds to the right blocking the pink for the right corner, so that's the reason that John's just taking a little bit of time here, just having a look round to see what he can manufacture.
Yes, that red on the right has been a problem for a few shots in this frame. Pretty sure Mark Selby would have played on the reds in the middle and got straight away on that pink. He wouldn't have gone near the black for a few shots.
Might just be okay. He's a little bit unlucky, but he's got a dead straight red up into the corner, and he'd have very little to do to leave the pink. It all depends as to whether he's dead straight. He might be able to pot the back one of these two reds, and the cannon would leave him on the pink. Oh, careless one from John.
There's a bit of tension out there at the moment.
One.
Well, the pink is in the open now, so not
Seven.
a bad chance. So both players missing fairly comfortable pots there.
8. $14. 15.
I think John Higgins will be so disappointed simply
20.
the fact that that mark off the hook there, after Mark had missed that
20.
easy black, if John had punished him, and that's what he was attempting to do, it could have been quite a telling part of the match. Okay, it's the second frame, it's first to six, a long way to go, but all these little things can make quite a difference.
Yeah, I think it was so important. He just hadn't looked like he'd settled at all.
27.
Mark Selby this evening, so just keeping that pressure on would have helped John, but chance has gone now.
28.
He'll be sitting in his chair, John, thinking this frame's gone as well.
If he stayed straight on this, he'll hold the spot. Could do, because the pink will go on the black spot.
I measured him up.
And perhaps just checking to see if it will go. It won't make a great deal of difference, but wouldn't have been a bad thing to hold the spot there. He did an easy red. Don't think he's snooked, surely not.
Well, you're saying it mightn't make any difference, Dennis, but is he all right? Can he see the red?
I don't think he can, because you could tell by Jan's marker that it would go on its spot. But he may have to play this with a little touch of right-hand side to make the angle now.
It's on there, I'm just checking it.
Okay, I'm not touching on it.
No.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether he'll get the cannon as well on the red, because he was expecting to have the pink on the black spot. But if he plays this with a little bit of side, you can't stun this. So it might slip past the other red he was hoping to get a cannon on. Interesting.
Well, you can see he's putting loads of right-hand side on. And you can see it make the angle.
Yeah, well, he did get a stun on it. Good shot. Just made the situation a little bit more difficult there, didn't he? This is pretty good from Mark Selby. See that there, a little bit of swerve. Virtually hit that red full ball and let the side kick the red over. Clever little shot.
.42.
52 in front, just 51 on the table, so the blue will make absolutely certain. What happened there?
Mark
Okay, he needs
42.
a snooker, but he only needs one snooker. Don't think that kicked, but let's have a look. Well, the blue jumped slightly.
One. Black. John Higgins won.
Well, John has a look at Mark. Yeah, he has conceded. So
Conceded.
the earlier break at 42 paved the way for Mark Selby, and he takes the frame, and we're all square. One frame each.